Welcome back to the Red Camo Gaming channel. Today we are rebuilding the Chicago Bears. With the recent moves during the offseason, they have revealed their future plans in the draft. Let's get into it. Okay, for offensive schemes, we're going to be running a West Coast zone run with the Chicago playbook and a base 4-3 with Chicago defensive playbook. Okay, we have 17 players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we resign. Going to offer Johnson a 7-year, $115 million contract, and he's not resigning. Going to offer Darnell Mooney a 6-year deal worth $45 million, and he resigns. Going to offer Nwakwe a 2-year deal worth $7.2 million, and he accepts. Going to offer Jones a 3-year deal worth $13.5 million, and he accepts. Going to offer Tunyon a 3-year deal worth $11.1 million, and he accepts. And the rest of the players will be walking in free agency. So we traded right guard Carter, 2 second-round picks, a 3rd-round pick, and 2 4th-round picks for Keenan Allen. Okay, so I'm sending Justin Fields to the Steelers, in return receiving a 4th-round pick for this year's draft, and then 2 future 2nd-round picks. Okay, in free agency, we signed a safety, a 2 overall, and Curl. Signed offensive center, a 82, middle linebacker, 79, running back, 78, a left guard and a right guard at 75 and 71, and then a backup quarterback in Sam Darnold at a 70. Alright, with our first draft in year 1, first pick 1 overall, we took Caleb Williams at quarterback, 80 overall. We also had the 9th overall pick. We picked a cornerback at 74 overall. With our 2 4th-round picks, we got a wide receiver and a right outside linebacker. And with our 5th pick, we got a left outside linebacker to fill up depth. Okay, year 1, we have Caleb Williams at quarterback, Hubert at running back, DJ Moore and Keenan Allen at wide receiver 1 and 2. We have Cole Kmet at tight end. And then our offensive line from left to right is Jones, Jenkins, Williams, Davis, and Wright. On the defensive side of the ball, we have from left to right, we have Sweat, Billings, Jones, Nwakwe. From quarterback 1 and 2, we have Stevenson and King. Strong safety, we have Curl. Linebacker group from left to right, we have Sanborn, Edmonds, and Edwards. And then for free safety, we have Brisker. Okay, mid-season year 1, we are 1-6. This is not what I would expect from the team that we have. Let's see if we can turn it around and see if we can make the playoffs at least next year. Okay, so we turned it around at the end of the season, but we didn't do well enough to beginning of the season to make it into the playoffs. But look right here, the Packers went 17-0. Oh boy, we're in trouble. Okay, we have 9 players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we resign. Offering Jenkins a 5-year, $80 million contract, and he resigns. Offering Herbert a 3-year deal worth $20.4 million, and he resigns. Offering Sanborn a 5-year deal worth $24.5 million, and he resigns. Offering Blasingame a 3-year deal worth $10.2 million, and he resigns. And the 5 other players will walk in free agency. Alright, for year 2 free agency, we went and splashed a little bit. We signed Nick Chubb, 95 overall, a 4-year deal. And then we also signed a backup left guard to fill in depth. Okay, in our year 2 draft, we drafted a offensive tackle, 74 overall, with our first round. With our 2 second-round picks, we got a wide receiver, 75 overall, and another offensive line, 72 overall. With the 3rd-round pick, we got an offensive line, 70 overall. And with our 5th and 6th, we got a cornerback and a defensive tackle. Okay, going into year 2, we have Caleb Williams. He is a superstar, 86 overall quarterback. Then we signed Nick Chubb, who's the next factor. We have DJ Moore still and Mooney as wide receiver 1 and 2. Cole Kmet went down to a star, but he's still our starting tight end. On the offensive line, we have Jones, Jenkins, Williams, rookie Leach, and Wright at right tackle. On the defensive side of the ball, we have Sweat, Billings, Jones, Nwaku. And then for cornerback 1 and 2, we have Stevenson and King. For strong safety, we have Curl. From left to right on our linebackers, we have Sanborn, Edmonds, and Edwards. And then free safety, we have Brisker. Let's see how this team does in year 2. We're going to trade right guard Davis to the Detroit Lions for left tackle. Just basically swap in picks. Okay, offseason year 3. We got 14 players ready to negotiate. Let's see who's signing. Offering Brisker a 5-year extension with 54 mil. And here he signs. Gonna accept Wright's 5th-year option worth 14.1 mil. Gonna offer Jones a 5-year deal worth 61 mil. And he's going to free agency. Gonna offer Newigay a 1-year 2.3 mil. And here he signs. And the 10 other players will walk into free agency. And I did re-sign DJ Moore to a 3-year deal, roughly around 75 mil. Okay, in this offseason, we signed a free safety just for backup. We re-signed TJ Edwards back to the team. We signed a puncher because we needed one. We re-signed Braxton Jones back to our team, and then we also got a upgrade for defensive tackle in Jones. Okay, in this year's draft, we selected a defensive end with the first round pick, 72 overall. With our second round pick, we selected a safety, 73 overall. With a round 3 draft pick, we selected halfback, 75 overall. And then with our 4th and 5th, we got a defensive end and an offensive line. Okay, going into year 3, we have Caleb Williams as a quarterback still have Nick Chubb, and we also have Carson, our rookie running back, who's backing him up. We have DJ Moore and Mooney as wide receiver 1 and 2. We have Cole Kmet as our tight end. And then our offensive line is Jones, Leach, Williams, Jenkins, and Wright. On the defensive side, we have from left to right, Sweat, Jones, and Waters. For cornerback 1 and 2, we have King and Stevenson. Strong safety, we have Curl. Linebacker group, we have from left to right, Sanborn, Edmonds, and Edwards. And then Brisker's our free safety. Let's see if this team can finally make the playoffs. Here in year 3, at the mid-season mark, we are 3-4. Finally, decent record, even though we're still under 500, but we are 2nd in the division. Let's see if we can continue this success. Okay, at the end of year 4, we went 6-11, missing the playoffs again. Let's go to year 4. Okay, year 4 offseason, we have 17 players to negotiate contracts with. Let's get into it. Gonna accept Caleb Williams' 5th-year option worth $42.6 million. Gonna also accept King's 5th-year option of $18 million for 1 year. Gonna offer Edmonds a 5-year deal worth $87.5 mil. And here he signs. Gonna offer Dexter a 5-year deal worth $35 mil. And here he signs. And the rest of the people will walk into free agency. This year in free agency, I'm not going to sign anybody because they only have $2 million to play with until after the draft. Okay, in year 4's draft, we went with the defensive tackle with our first round pick, 73 overall. And with our second round pick, we got a defensive end, 73 overall. And the rest of the picks were just for depth. Okay, for the 4th year, we're going Caleb Williams, superstar. We have Chubb and Carson as running backs. And then we have Moore and Mills as running back or wide receiver 1 and 2. Mooney is now the 3rd running back. Wide receiver. Cole Kmet is still our tight end. And our offensive line hasn't changed. On the defensive side of the ball, we have Montez Sweat still. For defensive tackles, we have Jones and Thorne. Thorne's a rookie. Then we have Waiters, which is our right end. Then we have cornerback 1 in King and cornerback 2 with Phillips. Our safeties haven't changed, and our linebackers haven't changed. Okay, at the midseason mark in year 4, we are 4-2, tied with second place in our division. This is our year to make the playoffs, so let's see if it happens. Okay, we made the playoffs with a 10-7 record, tying for first place between us, the Vikings, and the Packers. Let's see how far we can get in the playoffs and hopefully win a championship. Okay, we beat the Seahawks by 10 points. Let's see if we can take on the Bucks and defeat them, go to the championship game. And sadly, they lost to the Buccaneers by 6 points. And it'll be the Bucks taking on the Green Bay Packers and the Ravens taking on the Chiefs for Super Bowl. Okay, let's take a look at our roster, how it ended up. Caleb Williams ended up going down to star. Nick Chubb's still a superstar X Factor, and Carson is still a star. DJ Moore dwindled his way down to star from being X Factor to begin with. Our offensive line has been decent, keeping their depth traits, and then Cole Kmet is a star still. On the defensive side of the ball, Sweat, Thorne, Jones, Holcomb. 2 of those are rookies, and they are playing lights out football. King was a draft prospect from 3 years ago, and he's the 84 overall star. Both of our safeties have been the same. Sanborn lost star but regained it. And then Edmonds has been superstar X Factor throughout the whole video for the most part. And Edwards has gone down to star. Well, with that, I'm going to wrap up the video here. If you enjoyed it and want to watch more of this series, hit the like and notification button so you stay up to date. And if you'd like to support the channel, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching and have a great day.